Okay, so just finished up a pretty good Clubhouse call with a bunch of commercial real estate professionals, and the topic was how to blow up your deal flow pipeline. And basically what we were doing is each person was going through and sharing what was their best source for consistent deal flow. And it was fun because we were hearing from leasing brokers, we were hearing from investment brokers, we were hearing from landlords and other investors. And I just said, look, if you got to rely on one or two top things that consistently, give you your living each month or each year, what is it that you're turning to? What's your favorite? And I don't think anyone said, look, this is the only thing I do. The number one theme was probably omnipresence. It's a combination of pulling all of these things together. So that word omnipresence came up a lot, which just lets all of us know that we should be doing multiple things, right? Have a couple different lines in the water to fill up vacancy, to buy new deals, to get new listings. And another really good point was brought up. It's like, look, we're all gonna get Googled now. And when you Google yourself, what is it that shows up there? Do you have a good digital presence that is the appropriate representation of who you are and what you do? And are you feeling good about that conversation and the impression that someone's gonna have? So I thought that was a really good referral. And what I'll do is I'll try and link to the notes that I took and give everyone credit for their contributions. So first and foremost, thank you guys all who were able to join and share the knowledge. We probably had hundreds of years of combined experience in here, so that was really cool. By far, the number one thing that was mentioned was networking and referrals. In fact, so much so that it has to kind of be broken up into subcategories. Probably the most mentioned was agents or brokers referring to other agents and brokers. And that included industrial guys referring things to retail or office. Residential referrals came up a ton. So a couple interesting examples were a commercial broker who went to work at more of a residential shop that ended up getting tons and tons of commercial referrals because the other residential agents didn't really know how to handle those. So I thought that was interesting, and I know I'm guilty of not spending a lot of time engaging residential people who maybe don't realize what's going on with a particular property. Could be a great opportunity to go in and potentially get something at a great value. Continuing on networking and referrals, groups were talked about. So groups like BNI and Provisors doing breakfast meetings, affiliate groups or industry groups like ICSC for shopping centers, or SIOR or CCIM. So just being really, really well connected to other real estate professionals and brokers. It seems like a no-brainer, but just to hear person after person after person say that, it just is a testament that we should all be out there networking and connecting with other real estate professionals as much as we can. Probably the next most commonly mentioned one was calls. In commercial real estate, and especially with the brokerage side, it's hundreds of calls a week and thousands of calls to probably land a new listing. So even for us investors, I think that makes a lot of sense. And my calls might be going out to brokers and tenant reps and landlord reps a little bit more to continue to get some leverage, but pick up the phone, right? Because it works. Next, emails, obviously. No one said that blast emails were really successful for them, but rather precision, pinpoint, one-to-one, hey, I'm seeking you out for this specific reason, and here's how I can add value to your situations. And there are some clever software and tools to allow us to do that much faster and a lot more efficiently, so I thought that was good to hear. LoopNet came up a bunch of times, and a lot of folks weren't necessarily saying, hey, I buy all these great deals on LoopNet, it's not picked over, but rather that's a good way to get in contact with brokers, to call them on a specific listing, which could then turn into a relationship with those people and say, hey, even though I called you about 123 Main Street, you come to talk about 3 or 4 of their other projects that maybe haven't gone out to market yet. They get a sense of someone's buying criteria. That's really clever. Additionally, on referrals, someone brought up bankers, so they're local lenders, but also debt brokers. People that both help place debt and private equity are often seeing deals that are in progress or about to happen, or they know when someone's selling, so they know when someone's buying. So being, again, plugged into that commercial real estate professional can get you out in front of a deal maybe before the rest of the market sees it. So direct mail was mentioned a couple times, and doing letters specifically targeted, to the asset class or the landlords that you're going after. I think we're probably all in a place where we could be doing more and doing more consistently. door knocking was brought up, so that was fun to hear, especially in the beginning of someone's career. They said, look, if you don't have a ton of dollars to throw at your marketing efforts to fill up your pipeline, get out there, pound the pavement. I think that also makes a lot of sense for folks filling up vacancies, going out there and doing the prospecting, doing the canvassing, and talking to people, handing them the flyer, saying, hey, right across the street, we've got a phenomenal property, come take a look at it. Also, LinkedIn came up. I think a bunch of people are using LinkedIn in creative ways. You got a lot of professionals on there. You probably don't see too many folks in commercial real estate who aren't on the platform in some way. Additionally, on LinkedIn, someone specifically talked about Sales Navigator. So that's more of a premium subscription, but it gives you some really advanced targeting capabilities. So you can say, hey, I just want to reach out to folks who say commercial real estate landlord in their profile and start specifically prospecting those people. So there's some of that functionality with regular LinkedIn, but as you move up to those paid platforms, a whole another level of functionality becomes available. So something I need to take a look at. I love this one. We had someone who specialized in content creation for the commercial real estate industry. So they were talking about, putting out vlogs, putting out video content, writing or doing blogging to have evergreen content that people can find for years to come. It's Google searchable, and I think that ties back really closely with Omnipresence, but putting out content more consistently so you have inbound traffic coming in where people can find you versus having to go out and do all of the outbound smiling and dialing that's so common in the industry. We also heard from a guy who hosts multiple mastermind groups. So he was getting together bankers, CPAs, brokers, and a lot of folks from different industries coming together, and almost like a BNI, doing some referrals amongst themselves. So obviously there was a lot more covered than just that over the course of nearly 2 hours. So that's my 5-minute Cliff Notes version. I did take some rough notes. If you want to go back and reference those, you can take a look. We'll provide a link to that. And hey, if you're not on Clubhouse and you're interested, I do have some invites left. Would encourage anyone to check out the platform. I think it is what you make it, right? You can go in there and have awesome networking and a kick butt kind of convention virtually, or experience where you walk into a bar and it's like, hey, you can meet some really interesting people and talk about some really interesting things, or it could be stupid and a waste of time. It depends on what you make of it. So would encourage anybody to take a peek and explore the platform. I've never seen anything blow up so fast that leads to other conversations and virality. And it's like you got people over here on LinkedIn following you now, and on Instagram, and having conversations that it happens effortlessly, which is pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to pulling some more calls and conversations together, and also jumping into other people's. I love learning from the experts and being able to tap into all the knowledge. So thanks to everybody who shared on that call and just was so forthcoming. We had many markets and many asset classes, and not just brokers, but tenant reps and landlords, and everyone represented there. So it was really cool to help everyone, and I think all ships rise when we're doing a better job together. So look forward to seeing you on the next one. Take care.